So today, Dr. A had actually scheduled for us to learn about how to invite through social media. So we'd kind of gathered some intel that a couple people were looking for more information on how to use the social media we have for the chapter. So we're just going to quickly go over that, and then I'm going to take the recording of this today with the slides, and I'll put that down our chapter email list as well. So you'll have a YouTube video of this for anyone who needs to come back and revisit this, or to send it to people who are absent today, or you're visiting on behalf of the member that's on the roster. So the first thing is, if you are looking to find our chapter on Facebook, you're going to open up Facebook on your phone or your computer and search up Partners in Excellence CV. That's how you're going to find us. And then, so when you go to Facebook, you have the search bar at the top. That's where you're going to type that verbatim. BNI Partners in Excellence CV. You'll find that if you just go straight to the internet and you type in pie, it's not going to come up necessarily. Each one's search results are different. Don's going to get lemon meringue pie recommendations. Mark's going to get cranberry pie, that kind of thing. So Partners in Excellence is the full name. That's what we need to use. When you are in Facebook, you're going to be looking for this designator, that little profile picture on the left-hand side, that gray, red. It does say Partners in Excellence in there. It's very small here on the screen, but this is where you're going to follow our chapter account. And when you are on the chapter page on Facebook, the like thumbs up equals following the page. So it used to say follow, I believe, back in the day, but now it is the little like button. So when you like BNI Partners Excellence, you have now effectively followed the page. And then from there, you also have, let's go back. From there, you also have the information about our chapter. So our actual chapter URL at the bottom for BNI San Diego, as well as our Instagram handle. So you can access Instagram through Facebook. I'm also going to tell you how to get into Instagram just by starting there. This is how you can share posts with friends and family and the selected followers. Based on your own Facebook privacy settings, you probably already know this, but you will be able to determine who gets to see that you shared this or not. And at the bottom right-hand side, there's a little arrow that says the word share next to it, and that's what you're going to click, and then decide how you're going to share this. You can share it through your feed, on your story, through Facebook Messenger, through WhatsApp, share to a group, or share on a friend's timeline. There's also ways to share this through text as well. And then this is how you're going to find on Instagram. If you are not on Instagram, you have to start either at Instagram.com or on Google. You're going to type in BNI_PIE. There is the pie on Google, but it was only for Instagram. You're going to click the follow button when you're at Instagram. You're going to see our information is there at the bottom, including Wednesdays at 7 a.m. and our chapter link in the URL to go directly to our chapter page on BNI San Diego. And when you see this week's featured presenter, there's, again, a like button, comment, and a little paper airplane for share. And if you need to share who this week's presenter is, you click the little share button. Whoops. And then from there, you'll be able to decide, there's two ways. You can hit the airplane button to share, or on the post itself, there's a little three-dot button. You can click that, and then you have all these other choices for what to do with that specific post. And then you can share it from there. And again, based on your own privacy settings, it'll determine whether it's just the people you follow that are seeing it, the entire public, based on what you've set your own Instagram parameters to be. But when you are coming up to be a speaker soon, the intention is for us to be able to broadcast that you're speaking about whatever topic you're speaking about. So our general idea of having social media is kind of twofold. Number one, it was to be able to communicate publicly what classifications and industries we're looking for, and then invite people into our meeting that way, as well as be able to promote those of you and those of us who are speaking so that we can have some promotion to our own followers, if you will, and then also to try to entice other people who would be in related industries. Remember a couple weeks ago I was talking about, we did a survey of the upcoming speakers. I said, what industries do you want to have invited on the week you're speaking? And then I sent that out by email so we can be thinking about who we can be inviting to hear Ramses speak today and Don Van Gundy speak today, okay? So this is the continued intention that we're going to move forward with, especially as we're looking at scale and growth and building more membership in the chapter. We want to be intentional about this instead of reactive. Part of being intentional about this is, side note, off social media, which is if you're an upcoming presenter, start thinking about what you need to come here next week and say. If you're speaking in the week following or the couple weeks following, coming up soon, Chantel's been sending out the speaker presentation. Start thinking about who you want invited. And then weave that into your 45 seconds when you stand here in a minute and do that. And tell us who you want us to invite. And the other part is have your presentation ready so you can give it to Mark so it's already here when it's time for you to present. And then have a backup for yourself in case there's a technological gaffe or slip up, okay? So just a couple helpful hints, because if we're going to, on the front side, promote that you're going to be speaking and invite people to come and hear you, then we want you to be able to show up as prepared and as ready as you can be so that there's continuity through that experience for any visitors who are going to be seeing us and you on that day too. If you have any other questions about the social media stuff, you can reach Dr. Ariolo, of course, or you can ask Emmanuel, who also is another manager of our account, or you can also find me. Thanks, guys. Back to you, Mark.